Hi, it's Eric Plantenberg. In my programs, I talk a lot about getting results, and I break it down into three components: intention, state, and action. And I spend 90% of the time talking about intention and state because that's what really drives the action. If you don't have clear intention, and if your state wanes, then it's going to be really difficult to persist. But people do ask, what's the key to great action? And people don't like my answer, but this is really it. That the key to great action is persistence and just sticking with it. I'm here at the Village Bazaar today, and the Village Bazaar is an art gallery and a jewelry store that my aunt and uncle have been operating for the last 40 years. And one of the things that I grew up around as a child, not only with my aunt and uncle, but with my grandfather who farmed the land for 60-some years, and my uncle who has been a builder his entire life, my mother who's been a nurse since the early 70s, is a really deep understanding and an understanding of the importance of sticking with something. If you want to master an action, if you want to really get good at your trade, if you want to master your craft, it takes time. There's no shortcuts to that. You can have the biggest goals and the best state and all of the passion and enthusiasm, but fundamentally becoming a master takes a little bit of a time. So I want to introduce you to my uncle, Abdul Hameed Alwan, who is absolutely a master in his craft. So one of the things that I love about mastery is that sometimes it can occur in the most random places. For the last 48 years, my uncle has been making drums in the basement of his shop. So when did you make your first drum?
First drum I made in 1964. Yes. I got really interested in ceramics in general, and then I thought, well, what a neat idea, for my contribution and my cultural contribution would be to make an Arabic drum. So far, actually, since 1964 to now, so close to about 6,000 drums. I mean, that's using about 7.5 tons of clay. That is the powder form, not clay without the water. So that comes in a 50-pound bag.
Where's your factory?
Right here.
And the machinery that you use is...
Absolutely, and I'm the only employee. The sound is really what kept me after always changing the shape, trying to get the best form that gives you the best sound, the easiest to play, easiest to hold, and on and on, yeah.
And how many times did you want to throw in the towel?
Actually, many times, while I was making, because I was failing, thinking I would recreate the Arabic tabla or dumbak, they call it in this country, the Arabic drum, the ceramics drum. Finally, find out is no need to reinvent. The drum has been around for about 5,000 years, and I was trying to reinvent, but really every shape I did was not a good shape.
Looking back, when do you think you had it figured out?
78, 79, 80. I think I was selling about a drum a day.
So 14 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Before you really figured it out.
Truly, yes. Yeah,
now you're thinking about retirement, I hear.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on retirement?
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, it's an end of a chapter, truly, of an era, both, for the Village Bazaar and, of course, my part of the Village Bazaar, which is the basement.
I think this may be one of the missing secrets, is that your intention and your state will set you up for persistence in the actions that you need to take, and ultimately, that's what creates mastery. So stick with it, have fun with what you're doing, and above all, have a fabulous week.